Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Hazard receives it in a wide position. That's a lovely, neat pass. He's a sharp little ball here. Now it's Haaland. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Hazard. And the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
And he's managed to get free. Looking for the run. Oh, that's been cut out. Well played. Now he's got space here. And a chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Liverpool with the corner, they're first. And the finish! That's going to go a long way. And now they can spring out of defence. Batistuta. Oh, nice touch.
That was lovely, that.
He's found a way through. That has ended up in no man's land. Abiati did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's a key interception. No goals as yet. Oh, a delicate chip through. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that pass just didn't quite work. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Bellingham. Now it's Haaland. Yamal. Haaland. Now then, the ball's come loose. Gets a good foot in there. And here's Hazard. Rijkaard. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Koundé. Back to the keeper it goes. Here's Roberto Carlos.
There's no respite if you're being chased down like this.
Bellingham is herring after that one. Pass somewhat off target. He won't be happy with that one. 30 minutes gone. That's a cute ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. It's their second corner of the game. Soboslai with the short one. And he lines up a cross. And back out it comes. Milan are looking to go forward now. Now it's Haaland. Threads one in. Oh, well measured. Roberto Carlos. Rijkaard makes the interception. Well, that looks a decent ball. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And that is as far as they're going to go. Nice looking ball. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And it's Azar. Linton. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Passing nice and neat. Bellingham. Beckham. And he welcomes it in. Bellingham.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Linton. And it's Azar. Szoboszlai just eases him off the ball. And it's Koundé. Bellingham is in a really good position out wide. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Here we go again. Both sides defensively robust up to now. That is a great pick out. Van der Ven cuts out the pass. Aubameyang! He scored! The breakthrough strike! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Bellingham. Now, can they get him away? Aimed beyond the defence. Chance! No mistake! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Sostituzione per il Milan, numero 18, viene sostituito con il numero 7, attenzione, un cambio.
Van der Ven. Azar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, he couldn't quite make it. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Beckham. Gerrard. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Looking for options for movement. Rijkaard is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Lobbed in behind. Well, that has not gone well. Saliba. Nicely weighted ball. That is good alertness. Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Beckham. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9. Hazard. Lascia il campo per il numero 26.
Thinks one through. Milan have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Yamal. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's a pretty loose pass. Nice sequence of passes, this.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Milan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Milan looking to pass their way through. Big chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal, Milan! And they're back in front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Beckham.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And that pass is somewhat less... Oh, they could be caught out here. Beckham with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Well, when the ref tells you you're going to get booked next time, you should listen.
Beckham. Oh, that's well spotted. Beckham is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
He's got away, and Aubameyang! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Looking for a runner. Oh, delightful ball. Now that's well seen too. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. The final seconds now. Bellingham. Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And it's Joelinton. Mbappe is having a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Picked out brilliantly. Real chance! It's in! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own. That's the end. Milan are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency and certainty, as we've come to expect. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. So off we go then. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Saka chasing after it. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, this is a chance, surely! Goal, Milan! And Milan have the lead. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rijkaard. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Azar. And here's the chance to counter. And here's Aubameyang. And Aubameyang! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Rijkaard getting this one clear. Saliba tries to dink it through. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Looking for a runner. He's a sharp little ball here. It's a promising position. Played in by Park Ji-sung. Shoots! And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself for not getting there. That is good alertness. Knocks it into space, and he's worked it through. Neymar! They want to be quick to recover this. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Aubameyang gets it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, played through for the wide man. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Saka, looking to go deep. Oh, what a climb! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Not the most accurate pass. And it's Xavi. And this is Neymar. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Now it's Messi. He's got away. Looking to play him in. Park Ji-sung. Cross goes in there. Punched away. Saka. Aubameyang.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, super find. Aubameyang! Goal, Milan! Into the lead once more. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Barcelona with this to equalise. And he scores! Back in business! Not a twitch, not a blink.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Saliba gets a foot in here. Saliba, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Nicely weighted ball. That's headed upfield. Xavi.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Saka. Now it's Aubameyang. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Saliba. Saka. Mbappe, there's the shot! That's going to go a long way. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Milan are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. So it's back to business. And it's Azar. Joelinton. Milan finding their passes. Oh, important interception. Park Ji-sung. Now it's Mbappe. Chance here to counter. He's looking wide. Neymar gets into a good position. That's an excellent interception. Joelinton. Now it's Aubameyang. Now it's Haaland. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's clever. Soboslai has got himself a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nice looking ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Joelinton. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Aubameyang. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Park Ji-sung. Neatly clipped into space. He has found the way through. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Haaland receives it in a good position here. Park Ji-sung played out to the left flank. Park Ji-sung shot a goal! And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Corner number 2 then.
Park Ji-sung. El dorsal 22.
And it's been taken short. Now it's Neymar. Neymar's he rises! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 97.550.
So we've reached the hour mark. It's a searching pass. Oh, that's a fine interception. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Can he get onto this? And the keeper beats it away. And it's Bellingham. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Looking for options for movement. Skims one in. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And that has been clubbed away.
There they go, hunting again.
Little doubt, that is a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El
Both
dorsal
sides
10,
then taking this chance to turn to their
el
benches.
dorsal 6, Xavi. El dorsal 19. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 25. El dorsal
Oh, a very
5,
decent
el
attempt.
dorsal 15. Cambio de jugadores.
Right card. Milan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Bellingham. Now it's Bebeto. Looking for the run. He can run onto that. Bebeto gets through on his own. And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Simplicity itself.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
He's having a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Some good work on the right flank here. And the through ball. Bellingham. Oh, shooting chance! And the lead stays intact, just.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
This their second corner of the game. Cleared without hesitation. He's in a decent chance! Tries to get it clear.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Van der Ven spots it and intercepts. Adams makes the interception. Mbappe. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Neymar looking to run onto it.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. It's played through for him. He's shifting through the gears here. Header! He has done it! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Barcelona could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Costa Curta. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. And he's being shifted off it. Yamal. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And that will be the final act. Milan pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. Well, it seems fair to say, Jim, that Diego Forlan is the outstanding player in this lineup.
Yeah, and I think it's incredible how his career has turned out after a difficult start. He's made himself into a great all-round player with vision and creativity in addition to his finishing now.
And a reputation for being lethal, clinical, vital in front of goal is by now very, very richly deserved.
Really effective. Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
That's a decent clearance. Now, what about a counter-attack? Joelinton. Azar. It's a threatening ball. Chance, surely! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. And the shot's on here. He's had a shot! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Pressing high and with purpose. In with the challenge. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Costa Curta. And it's Kukçu. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. Costa Curta. And that pass just didn't quite work. Maldini. Joelinton. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Adams. Robertson. Xavi Alonso. Beckenbauer. And Adams. Robertson. Forlan. No way through. And it's Kukçu. Driving on. Kukçu! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Tries to play it through. He has found the way through. And that's gone loose. And he's decided to go for it. And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
That has been knocked clear. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Aubameyang. Adams. Kukçu. Robertson. Rijkaard. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Played back in, played out wide. Passing nice and neat. Nicely weighted ball. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. Milan have themselves a chance from the spot. So this to extend their lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Ah, that's a fine interception. Saliba gets it clear. Beckenbauer. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Hazard gets into a good position. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Il quarto uomo indica 2
Rijkaard.
minuti di recupero.
Costa Curta. Shevchenko. Rijkaard. Beckenbauer. Robertson. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time.
Milan are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Milan go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. And the second half gets underway. And he's found the way past. Adams spots it and intercepts. Rijkaard. And here's Yamal. Milan looking to pass their way through. And he can clear it away. Bruno Fernandes. Delivered with swing. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Xavi Alonso. No way through there. Now it's Bale. Looking for the run. Plays it across. Shevchenko.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Saliba. And Yamal. And it's Rijkaard. Kukçu producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Always onto this. And it's hoisted clear. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That's a little off target. Saliba. Rijkaard. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Looking tidy in possession here. Xavi Alonso. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Costa Curta. And it's Shevchenko. Now it's Kukçu. Rijkaard. Robertson. Pass somewhat off target. Good running, strong and purposeful. Bale. Xavi Alonso. Costa Curta. And it's Robertson. Adams. And it's Rijkaard. Lobbed in behind. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. Adams. Now Costa Curta. Beckenbauer. And Adams. Robertson. Into the last quarter of an hour. Adams. Costa Curta. Rijkaard. Beckenbauer. And it's Shevchenko. Rijkaard. Adams. Robertson. Xavi Alonso. Turns back here, probably the best option. Rijkaard. Now Costa Curta. Beckenbauer. Milan can consider themselves just about safe now. Rijkaard. Beckenbauer. Robertson. Adams. And it's Rijkaard. Robertson. Now Costa Curta. Costa Curta. Beckenbauer. And it's gone back to the keeper. And Adams. Robertson. And we're done. Milan can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results-driven as they went about their business. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, for a defender, Peter, Andy Robertson's style of play is more akin to that of a wing-back or even a wide attacker. Time after time, you see him make those overlaps, those marauding runs, providing support, the essential piece in any team looking to play on the front foot.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Now it's Aubameyang. Now it's come to nothing. Well read, nice interception. And it's Gerrard. Now that's well seen too. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Gerrard. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Gerrard. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, can he get onto this? Van der Ven kept his eye on it, and he's there. Great ball if he can get there. Aubameyang! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Milan with the corner, they're first. And now they can spring out of defence. Still goalless at the moment. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Cantona. Now it's Gerrard. Nicely shaped ball. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. Maldini. Now it's Aubameyang. Thinks about the shot, and the shot! Goal! Milan! And there it is, his 10th goal, his first mini milestone. So smooth, a signature finish.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Kaká. Gerrard. Now the ball in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Chance here to counter. And it's Bale. Nicely weighted ball. Just eases him off the ball. Bruno Fernandes. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Aubameyang. Oh, shooting chance! It's a goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Bale really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on, and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Can he get onto this? Well, it's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Bale unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Good ball, good take. Oh, that's well spotted. And here's Kaka. Kaka showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Bruno Fernandes. Van de Ven gets over and intercepts. Yamal. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, easy pickings there.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Can he get it through? Oh, super ball. He's having a shot! He scores! Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And we hit half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Looking to play him in, and that could set him on his way. Yaya Toure. Bruno Fernandes. Tries to play it through. Great chance! He's got a goal! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Milan go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
No, that's been intercepted.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Great ball if he can get there. Oh, he's been flattened there. No foul, says the referee. Van de Ven did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And it's Bale. He's in plenty of space here. He is through here. Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Yamal. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Maldini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Yaya Toure. And it's Kaka. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He won't be happy with that one. Threads one in. Oh, can he finish? Rijkaard. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Robertson. Yaya Toure, given the lift of his goal. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Floated through. Saliba. Ambitious ball here. That'll be a throw-in. Linton. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Some really good ball movement. Kaka. Now it's Cantona. Oh, well played, well played. Bruno Fernandes. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Now, can they get him away? There's a no-nonsense tackle. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Real chance! Ah, he's given, and he's following up! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So now the difference is 3. It's played through for him. And he's heaved it away. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 18. Bale. Viene sostituito con il
Saliba.
numero 21.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Is there any support? He might not need it. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Kaka. Gerrard. Now it's Cantona. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Cantona. Oh, that's fabulous. Maldini. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running.
Well, a quick look at this lineup and Pavel Nedved jumps higher than the rest.
He'll be involved in more or less everything they try to do going forward.
Yeah, he has all the ingredients to serve up something delicious, and we can feast our eyes on a truly great competitor.
Ambitious ball here. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Shevchenko. Mbappe is onto this. And here's Nedved. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Passing is crisp and sharp. De Jong. Nedved. Manchester United are looking to break at pace. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Mbappe! Looking for options, and he shoots! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Played into space. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Bale. Nicely weighted ball. He's on it. Can he get on? Tries a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Bale is offering a right smile there.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Brilliantly cut out. Ferdinand gets rid without sophistication. Now it's Mbappe. Yamal.
Such good technique.
He has found the way through. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Hazard. Chance to deliver.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
De Jong. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. That's Maldini. Tries to pass it through. Nedved is in a really good position out wide. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Rijkaard. Bruno Fernandes. Vieira does really well to win the ball there. And it's Messi. Now it's Shevchenko. Can he get on the end of this? Yamal. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nedved. Great Messi! Goal! Manchester United! What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Manchester United have fired themselves in front.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Nedved. Looking to play him in. That's a throw. Mbappe could try cutting inside here. He won't be happy with that one. And here's Mbappe. Linton. Azar. Now it's Bale. He's a sharp little ball here. The referee's awarded a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Linton. And it's Bale. Aubameyang. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Hazard. It's Hazard! That's another chance! He scores! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Change of plan here, perhaps. Bruno Fernandes.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He is through here. And he nearly went all the way.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
This possibly the last play of the half. Tries to get it clear. Saliba. Thuram. Played with finesse. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Now that's well seen too. And there is the half-time whistle. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Milan are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. And it's Nedved. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Linton. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now this could be a chance. Nice interception, well timed. Linton. Now it's Yamal. Yamal. Can he get it through? Manchester United needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Into the arms of the goalkeeper.
Bale will have to accept some flack for that. Was anyone really expecting it?
Oh, played right into his path. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And there's the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Messi goes short. And here's Messi. Oh, Messi! Terrific save by Abbiati. He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Manchester United have their second corner now. Now it's Messi. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Threads one in. Great vision. Bale. And a chance! De Jong. Nedved. Decent progress down the left. Marquinhos. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's made its way to him. Looking for the... Oh, shooting chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Thuram. Now that looks a decent ball. Bruno Fernandes. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they? Well, can he finish? Goal! Milan! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
And they're quick to get it back. That has not gone well. Now, can they get him away? It's Bale! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Ambitious, but just off target.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Shevchenko. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. De Jong, a player who needs no introduction. Mbappe receives it in a good position here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Out of play for a goal kick.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero
Milan
11.
can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Yamal taking his leave here, having got himself on the score sheet.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, he's doing the right thing.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Bruno Fernandes picked Hazard! He should have put that one away.
Hazard has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Shot a goal! Milan moments now away from seeing this one out. De Jong. Knocks it into space. Oh, what a mistake! He's found the way. It's net! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's there to get it away. Ferdinand.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Hazard.
Saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Thuram. De Jong. And this is Shevchenko. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! And it's in! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. All square again into the dying minutes.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Milan can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, we're on the way. Tony Adams. Now, there is a proper defender, Jim.
Well, not too many Englishmen can rival his leadership qualities, Peter.
He just had so many strengths. You could go on all day about him, couldn't you?
Well, the epitome of solidity, thanks to his winning mentality and ability to organise a back four. You don't argue with Tony Adams. You do what you're told.
Bellingham. Serginho. And it's Rice. Bellingham. He's shifting through the gears here. Swept in. Abiati claims it without any fuss. Linton.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Azar. That's Rijkaard. Now it's Bale. And it's Bale. Çalhanoğlu. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. And this is Bale. Linton. Bale shapes to shoot! And that is doing no harm at all.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Çalhanoğlu. Rice. Now Costa Curta. Beckenbauer. Rice. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Aubameyang. And the shot! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
No goals as yet. And it's Serginho. Crunching tackle. Bale. And that interception was most necessary. Nicely shaped ball. And it's Bale. Back into the middle. Bruno Fernandes! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so...
And Aubameyang! That's another chance! He has done it! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Milan are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Ambitious ball here. Linton. And the counter is on. Now it's Aubameyang. He shifted it to the flank. Tries to play it through. Aubameyang! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Milan have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Played into space. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Lewandowski. And they win it back again. Milan have a free kick. Marquinhos. Aubameyang. Aubameyang. And the shot's on here. Bale unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's on it, can he get away? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Rice. And it's Lewandowski. That's a cute ball. Rice is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Rice. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Serginho. Opts for safety. Now Costa Curta. Bernardo Silva looking to get up. He rises! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
He's in space and looking for options. And it's made its way to... Goes for a shot! Lewandowski. Joelinton win. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Milan clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Milan in control at half-time, 2-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time. And here's Lewandowski. Joelinton. And this is Bale. Stood up well to him there. Germany can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And a chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Joelinton has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Çalhanoğlu. Rijkaard goes on a run down the left wing. Rice. Beckenbauer. Defending was strong and firm. Well, played right into his path. He has found the way through. Well, that looks a decent ball.
Well, yet another interception, and
takes a shot! And the ball's come loose here. Çalhanoğlu defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Serginho. Nicely weighted ball. Played in deep. Big chance!
Early stages of the second half, and still two between them.
Rijkaard. Just about up to the hour now. Çalhanoğlu. Bernardo Silva. Yamal. Rice. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Bale. Looking to play him in. Great ball. Tries a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Rice. And it's Çalhanoğlu. It's Bernardo Silva. It's come to nothing. Adams. Rice. And it's Bellingham. And it's Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes running with the ball. Now it's Joelinton. Driving. Real chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Picked up, and the shot!
Attenzione, un cambio.
Yamal picks it up out wide. He gets big!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Azar. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It's Bale! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Bale clearly furious with himself there. They looked for all the world like they were going to go 3-up.
Cleared without complication. Germany are looking to go forward now. Hazard looking for the run. He slid in and that has raised the temperature on the touchline.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Bale showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Bale is onto this. Bale was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Yamal. Bale, and this is Bale. Tries to pass it through. Brilliantly cut out. Gerson tries to play it through. Costa Curta chips it through. Marquinhos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Bruno Fernandes. Akanji spots it, and that's it. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's away we go then. Sukhothai have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
Figo delivers. Abiati deals with that nice and simple.
And the counter is on. Now it's Aubameyang. It's a good run down the left-hand side.
Bayer sends that a long way. Yamal.
The presence of Franco Baresi in this lineup suggests to me, Peter, that they'll be playing quite a high line.
What makes you think that?
Well, because he's got all the qualities required to excel in such a system. Because of his reading of the game, his vision, his technique, everything you need to spring a successful offside trap.
Oh, shooting chance! Goal, Milan!
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Sukhothai finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Yamal
Was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
And here's Bruno Fernandes. Pedri. Sukhothai are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Azar.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point.
And the score is 1-0.
Now it's Yamal. And he's there to belt it away. And he's gone searching crossfield.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Figo going full steam down the flank.
Oh, nicely intercepted.
That's been drilled forward.
Well read, nice interception. Yamal. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Yamal. Decent chance!
And the keeper couldn't hold it.
It's a goal! And that brings up the century. Goal number 100 for one very special player. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Cross in. And he gets rid in a hurry. Linton. Now that looks a decent ball.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now this could be a chance. Pedri. That's a little off target. Stojkovic.
And now the breakaway.
He's on it, can he get away?
Defending of the desperate variety.
Now it's Bale. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Goes for the shot!
Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Van Bouten. Rijkaard is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run.
He's having a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
And he's done it again, he's got his second.
And the referee brings the first half to a close.
Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Milan absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Milan are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply.
And we are already promptly back underway.
That has not gone well. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And he's well positioned here. Sukhothai can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
He scores! Linton. Aimed beyond the defence. He has found the way through.
Figo crosses.
Yamal. And the pass is intercepted. Stojkovic! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Sukhothai are stuck in a rut, and impatient putts at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate composure and something more constructive.
And it's Azar.
Aubameyang, and a chance! And he should have made it 4.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. And that's another good win of the ball. Bruno Fernandes knocks it into space. And he's quick to get it clear again. Looking for options for movement. Rijkaard calmly anticipates. Linton. Nice looking ball. And this is Lewandowski. And he's got the beating of his man. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Oh, what a dampener that was. Just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Stojkovic. Coming on the field is number 21, Ribery.
And this is Figo. Rijkaard.
And it's Linton. Aubameyang. And Aubameyang! It's there! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Substitution on the field, number 23.
There's going to be another change here. Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Tries to play it through. Now it's Bale. Now it's Joe Linton.
Number 9.
Hazard.
Mbappe.
Hazard.
Hazard!
Number 18.
And that has
Messi.
faded wide.
Milan certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Ribéry. Great ball if he can get there. He's shifting through the gears here. That's going to go a long way. Can he get it through? Now, can they get him away? And that has been knocked clear. Linton into the last quarter of an hour. It's a pretty loose pass. Tries to pass it through.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And he's worked it through. And the shot! He scores! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Substitutions taking place.
It's become a case of men against boys. He's found a way through. Mbappe. Now, can he find a finish? Oh, he's been caught napping.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, he's got a sight of goal, and he shoots! Goal! And he is just ripping it up.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Just 5 minutes left. No outsmarting him this time. And he's found a way past. Rijkaard. He tries a shot! And yes, it's there! The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them. Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Six added minutes has been indicated.
Linton. Oh, well played. And it's Joe Linton. He's tried one! Brought out the best in the keeper.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And there isn't a whole lot anyone can do with that corner.
Ruben Neves. And that's been won straight back. Chance for a shot! No mistake! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways. Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
And we're underway.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner down there, Peter, we can't ignore Gabriel Batistuta, or Batigol, as he's become known.
Nobody would ignore him.
He has all the attributes, Peter, and the list is too long for me to mention them now. I'll settle on lethal.
And he's had it nicked away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Looking for the run. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Kachu! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Can he stop it going out? Now it's Aubameyang. And here's Batistuta. Bernardo Silva. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Rijkaard. Linton. And it's made its way to him. Now that looks a decent ball. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And he's cut it out.
Bale really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces. He gets big! Harmlessly behind. Yamal. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rafa Silva carries the ball down the right. That's a lovely pass. And they've got rid. That's an imaginative pass. Kokchu. Batistuta receives it in a good position. Great chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
He's got tall. Really well taken goal. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Shoots! And he's taking no chances there. Mohamed Salah.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Good read, needed to be. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Good take, and is he in? Aubameyang showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Passing is crisp and sharp. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Some good work on the right flank here. Bastoni. Rafa Silva. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Milan looking to pass their way through. Played into space. Now that's well seen too. Azar. Rafa Silva, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Oh, it's just a little long. Saliba gets it clear. And here's Mohamed Salah. Is there a big chance? And he was there to get a vital touch.
Rafa Silva really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Bale. That is ended up in no man's land. And here's Mohamed Salah. Nicely weighted ball. Kirkchu fires it in low. And there's the end of the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Milan really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players. Otherwise, this one's as good as done.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and...
Joelinton! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Joelinton actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Well, that is one way to stop him. And now a sudden chance to counter.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Abiati claims comfortably. Some resolute defending there. Can he finish? And that is wildly off target. And it's Kirkchu. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Kirkchu is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Batistuta. And he was quick to react. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Foot in. Kirkchu. Adams. Milan can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Chance for a shot! Goal! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Milan get themselves back into contention. Shot a goal! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Batistuta has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
So, third corner of the game. Kirkchu plays it short. And now they can spring out of defence. In with the challenge. Knocks it into space. Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 11.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Cambio di giocatori.
We have ourselves a real game here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Can he get on the end of this? And the shot! Oh, the ball's fallen kindly here. Goal, Milan!
complete! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
There's the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Rooney. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Bale. Bale proves just a little bit too strong. And it's Joelinton.
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Bernardo Silva. Pass somewhat off target. And the through ball. Aubameyang! And Aubameyang! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Kukçu. Lovely pass, but can he get there? A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Batistuta. Azar. Aubameyang. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Bale! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Oh, that's fabulous. Now, can he find a finish? He's picked his way through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Marquinhos promptly onto that, and that is that. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. He's on it, can he get away? Shot, surely! Just off target.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 18.
Milan have their third corner.
Numero 9. Hazard. Numero 22. Lasciano il campo per il numero 21. Forlan.
Short changes him with that pass. And here's Aubameyang.
Beckham.
Now it's Rooney.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And there goes the final whistle. Milan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, what a difference a half can make, Peter. And the second half saw this team full of courage and energy. It's very impressive how this team turned it all around.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.